Hey, good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. Today we are test driving the intelligent speed assist device from Lifesafer, and we have with us Octavio, who is a Lifesafer employee. So let's get started with our test drive. If you have a teen driver that you want to make sure isn't speeding, or if you are a client that got put on an intelligent speed assist device because you were a super speeder, or it could be in connection with some other sort of criminal charge, then I am here today to test drive this device and find out how it works and answer any questions that you might have. This device is called an intelligent speed assist, and it is produced by a company called Lifesafer, and they have kindly allowed me to take a test drive in the vehicle today to see how it works and if it works, which hopefully it does, and we can see any sort of questions that you might have. So let's get driving. Let me move this car way up because I'm only 5 feet tall. Today's test drive is in a Jeep Wagoneer, but I did want to let you know that there are multiple harnesses, and this device can go into EV cars and all sorts of cars. In fact, I'm not aware of a modern vehicle that this device would not go in. Are you aware of anything?
No, not at the moment.
All right, not at the moment. Sounds great. All right, let's take a look first of all at the device itself. So when I'm parked, the device is off, and I'm going to start it. As soon as I hit the brake, it looks like it activated. Right now you can see that the car is started, that the max speed is 0 because I'm not moving. There's a little red dot right here because I'm in a parking lot, and what that means is that the device doesn't know what the speed limit is right here, and you'll see that change as we're driving. You'll also see speed, menu, and there's an override button. So let me tell you a little bit more about the override button. Today, that override button is grayed out. Depending on your jurisdiction or what the court has ordered, you can have overrides or you may not have overrides. So what is an override? An override allows you to speed, which is illegal, and it allows you to pass someone if you absolutely had to, or in a lot of cases if you were just frustrated. You can have maybe 1 or 2 of those a month. In some jurisdictions, it does have a maximum that it will allow you to exceed the speed limit, which is normally right around maybe 5 miles an hour. But again, most jurisdictions, if it's court ordered, are not going to allow you to do that. If you have a teen driver, you can set those settings, but again, it's not going to allow you to excessively speed. Because I'm really interested in this new technology for my clients, I have also spoken to several different police officers, and basically what I hear is there's almost never a time that you need to speed in order to be safe. Now, can you get on Interstate 85 in Atlanta, where everybody's commonly going 15 to 20 miles over the speed limit, and not be with the speed of traffic? Absolutely. But if my client has the choice of taking an alternate route to work or not having their driver's license, they're probably going to choose to take a route where there aren't a lot of other super speeders. So if you feel unsafe on extremely fast highways, most of the time, of course there's an exception to every rule, but most of the time you can take a longer path to get someplace that doesn't involve getting on highways with 75 and 85 mile an hour speed limits. This device will go, if the speed limit's 75, you can go 75. You can't go 76. All right, so seat belts buckled, and let's get on the road.
Yep.
All right, am I going left or right?
You're doing left.
Okay.
And then at the light, we're doing right.
Okay.
You're going to see that speed limit right now in this part of the road. It's going to be 35. Once we cross that speed limit, it's going to go down to 30.
Okay.
The device is going to allow you to have a 5-mile tolerance, so your maximum speed allowed will be 35 in just a second. And it'll be immediately there. You see how it changed?
Speed limit 30, yep, and it changed to 35 because of the tolerance. Does the device brake automatically if I'm going too fast?
No, the device is not hooked up to your brake system. It's hooked up to your accelerator pedal. This will only have control as you're pressing the gas pedal on your vehicle, setting that maximum speed allowed.
So right now, this yellow shows I'm going 31. And that's
Yes.
because the speed limit
It's 30.
is 30.
So anytime
Okay.
that little box turns yellow, it means you're physically speeding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're giving you a tolerance.
You're giving me a 5-mile tolerance.
Yes.
Got it. So does it always come with a 5-mile tolerance? I see. Okay, speed limit just changed to 35, which made
Yes.
this 40. But could it also be, if a judge wanted it to be, could it also be with no tolerance?
The device is fully programmable.
Fully programmable,
If
okay.
the judge ordered the maximum speed allowed to be 55 miles an hour, we can set a cap at 55 miles an hour.
Okay.
If the judge wanted the client not to move a mile over the limit, then we can do that as well as part of the programming. Programming of the device is simple. We read the pedal as fully pressed and fully open, and we allow the vehicle to determine when the vehicle's in idle. Once you reach that limit,
Okay.
the
Wow.
pedal's gone.
You're right. Okay, so I felt that where I kind of picked up some speed, and even though I continue to press the pedal, it will not let me exceed 40. Okay, so I'm going 40, I'm going 40, I'm going 40, I'm trying to go 45, but I
So-
can't.
In some instances, while going downhill, gravity may take this vehicle a mile or two over. This is due to gravity. The vehicle is about 4,000 pounds, so it's a really heavy vehicle.
Okay, so we just came into a school speed limit. We're here at the perfect time of day. So it says that the speed limit is 25 when flashing. Obviously, the device doesn't pick that up because the speed limit is only changing when the school device is flashing.
Correct.
Is that correct?
We are currently working to get that adjusted. So we have to look at the different time zones in America, different states, and different school districts, so we can make that effective in the device. We're also working to get road work implemented. So a lot of times
Really?
you will find a construction zone on the road, and it's going to reduce the speed limit, and we're working to adjust that as well.
Okay.
It's part of the device.
All right, so I just made it through the school zone, and as you saw on the device, I did not go over 25 because I do not want to get a speeding ticket. So it does take some human interaction to actually observe the speed limit around you, and I'm sure that as much as we hope that technology is perfect with getting the speed limits, there are times when Google Maps isn't updated. Does this device know what the speed limit is?
So we have a built-in map system, and we also have, like, when you're using your iPhone for directions, Apple Maps will give you a maximum speed or the road speed available.
Okay.
Google will do that as well. And in case that the device lost GPS due to inclement weather or any other scenario like that, if we can get this device triangulated between towers, then it will still continue to read. In case that you are in a road that is a new development, something that is not on maps,
Okay.
the device will default to a maximum speed. We can typically set that speed between 40 miles to 60 miles an hour, and as the maps are being updated, those new places will be part of our system as well.
Can I ask a little bit more about the school zone question? Do you think that technology is based on geofencing? You said you're in process of trying to figure out how to reduce speed, because obviously we're really concerned about children being safe, and the speeding tickets and super speeder tickets go way up if you're speeding in a school zone. How will that technology work?
So the speed of the vehicle will have to be changed during specific hours.
Okay.
There's typically a morning school zone limit, and then an afternoon when the kids are getting out of school. So we will implement that through maps within those hours of operation. So between those hours, the device will acknowledge that the client is driving through a school zone, and then at that moment reduce the speed limit, the maximum speed limit allowed.
Okay. All right, let's test this out on the highway, because I know a lot of people have questions about that and about the safety of driving it on a highway.
The feeder road should allow you to go faster as you're merging. And once you enter the highway, the maximum speed limit is going to be changing,
Okay,
giving you access to more.
so I have it that the speed limit is 60, and then it's going to give me the speed limit as 65 is the tolerance. So again, it's turning yellow.
As you get closer to the speed limit, you're going to feel that pedal let loose a little bit.
Yeah.
And that is controlling the throttle response. That way, the force of you accelerating doesn't allow you to go past that limit.
Yeah, I saw just for a second that it said I was going 66 and it turned red, and it's just because of momentum. It's not because the vehicle is not allowing me. It doesn't feel like it's allowing me to speed. Even though I'm attempting to speed, it's not allowing me to speed.
If you want to exit on this one.
All right, let's take this exit. So yeah, I feel completely safe. Like, I don't need to be in the fast lane. I'm not going to go over to the very left lane and attempt to pass cars. Doing a little bit of research on this for my client, and I read some studies that said that if you didn't speed for a particular amount of time, I believe one of the studies I read said 60 days, that it actually trains you that when this device is removed, that you don't speed anymore. Is that true? Is that something you've seen?
There's a behavior adaptation. So by speeding not being an option, your mind will, you're going downhill.
Yeah. So sorry to interrupt, but yeah, you could see that the car did speed because we're going downhill.
But
There is back to behavior adaptation.
So if the client becomes aware that speeding is not an option, that the device is not going to allow you to speed, then your brain will get used to it, and you will tend to follow the speed limit more now because you're conscious of it. If a new kid gets on the vehicle and you can floor the pedal to the metal, right?
Right.
And go all of you can, then you're going to get used to fast acceleration and all of that. But as you start being more aware of the speed limit, because the device is telling you your speed, the maximum speed, then the person's vision is always going to guide themselves to what's the speed limit here after the device is removed.
And I like that this is so easy to read, and it's kind of right in my sight line where I don't have to take my eyes off the road in order to see how fast I'm going. And then I've got the colors in there as well. So if I decided that I wanted to have this installed on my vehicle, or my client made a plea bargain and decided that they wanted to install it on their vehicle, how long does it take to install it? And I'm going to ask you a compound question. How long, and does it damage their vehicle?
The typical installation will take about 45 minutes.
Okay.
Just a regular vehicle. And it's not invasive.
If they wanted to uninstall it in 6 months, there's not going to be wires or anything that have to be replaced. You would never know that the device had been installed?
Correct.
Okay. So not that any teenager or any of my clients would ever attempt this, but is there something in place that I can give my judge a little bit of comfort that if he allows my client to keep their driving privileges so that they can support their family, is there anything in place that prevents this device from being tampered with? Or at least alerts you?
Yes, so we have real-time reporting for the device. We will send an install notification. We will send weekly, monthly updates to the monitoring authority, whatever they would like. And we do have tamper seals in place that will let us know if the device has been compromised.
Okay.
On top of that, if there's a period of time where the vehicle's not reporting because it's not being driven or because somebody took it off, there's a limit of time where we will call the client back to ensure, it'll be right, to ensure the integrity of the device. Typically, if the family goes out of town and they don't drive this particular vehicle for, let's say, a given 5 days,
Okay.
Lifesafer will notify the monitoring authority or the parents of the teenage driver of inactivity, and we will call the client back so we can check the integrity of the device.
Okay.
We want the device to be seamless. We want it to be in the vehicle, and it's there, but it's not obstructing your day-to-day basis.
Other than preventing you from speeding,
That's a nice portion.
which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I know that I do have several clients who would love to have this as an option in order to keep their license so that they can still go to work. And a lot of times my clients are going to choose to drive on a suspended license, and when that happens, they just compound their problems. So I would love to have this as an option for them to work with probation and keep their license. And I can also see, as a mom, I'd like my teen driver to learn. This is what it feels like to drive the speed limit. Don't be a lead foot, especially if it can modify their future behavior. That could be something that could help them for the rest of their life. Learn how to leave on time, drive the speed limit, learn what it feels like to drive the speed limit.
We see this as a court option, right?
Right.
A product that is going to prevent our clients from a suspended license. One of the features of the device is that because we are controlling maximum speed, we can also control the throttle response. We can make a Hellcat feel like a Prius as far as acceleration.
Okay, that's interesting too, to keep people who are super speeders, or especially new drivers as well, from being able to go 0 to 35 in the split.
Yes.
All right, so you can see we're going downhill, and it is going, because the car does not brake. So I want to make that crystal clear. This will never brake. All right, we're finishing up our drive, and I would like to give a huge shout out to Octavio and Lifesafer, and thank you so much for allowing me to test drive this car. If you are an attorney that would like to test drive this car, or if you are a judge that would like to do a pilot program in your judicial district and would like to test drive this car, then leave a comment down below. Also, if you have any questions that I didn't answer that you think I might be able to answer, I could do a follow-up video with some Q&A. If you're interested in that, leave your question or your comment down below. I'm sure I will get all kinds of different comments. But again, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to stick around, because the algorithm says you might like more videos like these.